And then there's Devin.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're back. And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we have joining us on set. We have with us Ian Mariano Sr., who's the public relations officer for Smart Release Hurricanes and Mirage. And we also have shooting guard Devin Daly.
Sir.
But we also have backed up, they came completely prepared with the Hurricanes version of the Laker girls, right?
Yeah, the Novante. Novante Sugar Cane girls. That's how we're feeling.
Yeah. So I guess we start the conversation by saying that the game is on.
Man, the event, it's more than just a game, it's an event. You know what I'm saying? This thing is huge. You're looking at the actual clash of the titans within the league. What has happened is that there has been a lot of trash talking. You know, that's an integral part of the sport.
Oh, every
and
sport.
Definitely everybody tend to feel as if though they got better game, you know, and they just come to the time when you need to just, you know, put a fella in his place. You know, and
But Ian, stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
Go ahead, go ahead.
From my vantage point as a fan, as an absolute fan of the league,
Go
and
ahead.
of all the teams, Uno started, Uno knocked the ball first. I saw a commercial voiced by no other than Terry Garden himself, saying that $5 panades is being asked for. Tiger Shark panades. So this Uno start the hard talking.
Listen, one of the things, right? Being from the city, you're going to learn, right, that when I talk, you have to know if it back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mayweather says, not bragging unless you back it up.
Exactly. And so when you know that you have one supporting cast, you know, or somebody behind you, like Devin Daly and Coupe and Besso, you know, like the Hurricane squad, you know what I'm saying? It tends to make you get cocky. It tends to make you believe that you could fly, you know what I'm saying? And so you don't expect anybody, any one of we Hurricane supporters, whether it be myself or whether it be one of the fans them out there, you know, for not talk with that kind of confidence, you know, buff up your chest and look for a fella in the eye and make you know, hey, Civic, that's for we. They should have named the place Hurricane Shelter rather than City Center.
Which it also is. But you know what? The difference, I think, is some of us have gotten used to hearing the trash talk and the bloated egos and hunt for facts, because that's what we do, right?
Okay.
So tell me, how are you ranking for the season?
All right, well, right now we're exactly where we need to be.
Okay.
Right? We're at number 4.
Okay.
Right? But this is because of the amount
You
of
say
games
that
that we have.
downhearted.
No. Like I said, we are where we want to be. This is basketball is a game of strategy, right? And you don't want your team to be peaking too early. If that happens, then what happens is that you get impacted in the playoff, or you don't even make the playoff. Case in point, ask Grigor what's up. You know, as we go, what's up? I'm just saying, right? Last year they were in first place, like they were this year, like they are this year. Around this time, you know, and you know, we had to bury them. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being the case, they were first, and then we have Verdes, right? Verdes, followed by the Belize City Defenders, and then we have the Hurricanes. Now, what happened is that we have not played like this week. We have 2 games in order to catch up, right? So when we win our 2, then that shoots up us, you know, right there in the standing, where we want to be.
Yeah, but let me get Devin in, because Devin, I like that you'll bring us home a bit, right? So you have a lot of, because these boys will talk trash talk all the way, right? But you have a lot of pressure on you. You know, you are one of the loved players. It means people have high expectations. Hurricanes is still not dominating as the Belize City team is yet. You know, all eyes are on this game and all subsequent games.
I think with the 2 games coming up, we just to focus on the game on Friday. And I think the players' confidence come from preparation.
Yeah.
So the entire week, you know, the different coaches and they work on our different weaknesses and they help us get better. And I feel like, you know, I'm very confident going into it because of the preparation time we're putting in so far. So, you know, like what Mr. Mariano said, you know.
How would you sum up the season so far as a player?
We have a lot of injuries this season. Out of the 6 games that we play so far, I only get to play 3 games because of some injuries, unfortunately. But I think now a very testing season so far. This is my first year to play ball for a full season in Belize. So now a new experience in me, and I'm excited about it.
But there, like just like the NBA, there are certain matchups that before the season starts, you circle. Whether or not it is LeBron facing Kyrie for the first time, or whether or not it's a player who's been traded, who's going to face that team again. There are certain matchups which just make the energy of the fans. I mean, forget the players. I'm talking about us as fans. We flock to. Surely Hurricanes and Defenders is one of those games. But these are two storied franchises.
Okay.
The Hurricanes, who they will say is just a passover, and the Tiger Sharks, who you guys will say is $5 Panades, that there's a certain amount of a rivalry. And please allow me to say this. One of the reasons I'm so excited about what you guys are doing in the league is that you guys are producing positive male role models. There's a healthy and constructive way to have a rival. What out there they call old beef that people are killing and fighting each other over is what we're making money and showing our talent and encouraging other people to do positive things in here. So the trash talking is a necessary part. It should be an encouraged part, and we should have more of it to show people. When I have a difference with you, a competitive one even to the point where I want to take you out and bury you, figuratively, it doesn't mean I physically harm you.
Yeah.
There's a constructive way to do that. So I think the message there is a powerful one for young boys who are going out there and for the young ladies who are looking up to them. But I wanted to talk about the storied franchise. We're looking at the equivalents of, and I know Mr. Mariano will jump down my throat for this one. The Tiger Sharks, the Tiger Sharks are the equivalent, and Bart Sanchez will kill me for this also, to my mind, are the equivalent of the modern day Raiders. They dominated the league, the bad boys. They dominated the league early. They're perennial championship contenders. For some reason, they managed to get it together. I don't know why. And the Hurricanes are the new kids on the block. They're just, equivalent to my mind of maybe, I don't want to overplace it, but like the Golden State Warriors. They have a lot of talent, a lot of expectation. Of the 5 years in the league, one has won 2 of the NBL and one has won 2. So we are looking at
The tiebreaker.
the tiebreaker. Has this really logged into that level, or from the player standpoint, is it still an issue of just, this is a pretty good team, an experienced team, that we just want to take out and eliminate from playoff contention?
I think no more the second one I said just now. I honestly, whenever I play the game, I don't really overthink it or really look into it. Most of the time, that's another game, another opportunity to put on a show.
You can't tell the fans they're not, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why, the PR.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
The PR guy will take care
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, but for me, that just, going out, the biggest thing that was having fun for me.
Yeah.
And, hoping that I could help get my teammates in better and watching them have fun as well.
Yeah. Now, Ian, we know that's one of the things that Hurricanes works on quite a bit. Building up and hyping up the fan base through additional activities, giveaways, everything else.
Yeah.
What's happening for this game?
All right. Well, we have additions that we have for this game, this specific game. We know that there is a $500 half-court shot. We also would be offering 2 pair of Nike shoes. This is courtesy of Mirage. We also have phones as well as gift cards. Phone cards, from Smart, and that's just a part of it. And naturally, like I said, we have made additions this year, and we have our Novante Sugarcane girls, and this all improves the Hurricane experience.
Yep.
Not to mention that tomorrow you actually could get your hot panades again. You know what I'm saying? We are going to have that.
Where you bring your
Gold
panades
rollers.
maker from?
If you guys lose this game, no, you guys can't come back on this show ever again.
Listen,
you know that, right?
You see, the reason why we raise the bar at the level at what it is because we know that we won't. You see, let me tell you, you mentioned about the Raiders, right? And you have to give Raiders its respect in its own right. What we're gunning for actually is to create the kind of dynasty, and in order to do so, you need the right pieces. I'm going to tell you that based upon the brand that we have established over the years, that we have players from all of these teams that would want to be a part of the Hurricane. But in order to be a Hurricane, you need to have a certain persona. You have to have certain characteristics because of all the things that you mentioned. We want people to understand that, listen, when I go out there and I would poke fun at Rico or I poke fun at Ian, that we're still friends at the end of the day. We meet and we talk and we clown around, but I'm going to tease you. Right, and they will try to do the same, right? but it's all done in a positive light. It's all done in order to get something positive going on with the city, with people from the city. Let us be proud of Belize City for something positive like the Hurricanes, you know. So that's what we're looking for.
And your fans, they come out and support?
Of course, we have the, listen, hats off, no matter where you go across this country, Hurricane has the best fan base, you know, because city people, one, with a win. Two, they know that no, because no, city people are blunt. We're like New Yorkers. You better win. You know, if you don't win, you can't go to chant, you can't go to lychee, go stand up where you want because then tell over yourself. You can't go to shop, you can't go anywhere because you want to say, hey, you so no? Or so on. Trust me, I get it a lot. You know, so we gotta win, and so we have the best fans. You know, when they go out there, they have that experience of knowing that we're going to have the horns. It's a very loud. The experience is just, it's rather thrilling.
I will definitely agree with that. Like,
You know?
I've been to different games, and you guys have put in a lot.
Yeah.
In
The
fan
fun
base.
experience
Yeah.
is completely different. The energy level is completely different. Whether or not you're playing the Tiger Sharks or you're playing another team that
We
might
have
not
that
have the same
support.
fan
Yeah.
base, you know. In terms of the game Friday, what is the strategy going forward?
As far as the game is concerned,
Will it be a defensive game, or you're looking to just outshoot them?
well, one of the things with San Pedro is that you got to know that they have some very good shooters. You got to give the devil a
Valley.
due, right? Then guys that lights out, right?
It's the Valley?
And no, the what name again? The brothers. Anyway, yeah, then have Valley too,
Valley
right?
is
Valley is
deadly.
just pure, right? But then the thing is, we also got shooters. You know what I'm saying? So part of the game, the strategy is strategy bust out. You know, part of the game is actually mental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we get out there and we start to put things out and so forth, and we poke fun and so forth at each other, you know, it sort of like creates that mentality that it's going to be a big game. Now we
Yeah.
have the comfort of being at home, right? We got Devin Daly, you know what I'm saying? We got Shannon Fowler, we got Bessa, we got Coupe. You can't forget, you know, the Iceman. We got one squad. Listen, we got about 3 starting 5, brother. You know what I'm saying? And so when we have that, and then guys, then they're home, right?
Yeah.
And when they're at home, you know, they're like, so it's gonna be high intensity. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be one of those games that people, because like I said, this game will actually let Tiger Sharks know if how they're going to advance, how the season will look, you know. So they need this. This are like crack to a crackhead. They need it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And you need it too.
Well, we could use it.
It's not a Muslim.
we could use it.
I just love watching Devin's face when Ian talks, right? But that's why you have him. But from the team standpoint, just, I mean, what's going into the preparation for this game? You know it's high stakes. Clearly it's high stakes. It's also, as Kevin pointing out, one of the fan favorites. People want to see this matchup happen. So what are you doing differently to prepare?
I think for this game, we're really to try to focus on incorporate Shannon in the offense, finding out how he real back to the basket player, and how he could fit with the style of me and the rest of players there. So I feel like that really testing the waters game, because this is the first game I had to be back in about 5 weeks. So, and this is my first time to play at Shannon. So, but I feel like, you know, everybody excited and everybody just ready to go, and yeah.
Can I ask just one more question before? Yeah. So you said it's the first time you're playing a full season. You are back home in Belize. Has this, the shift away from professional ball helped you or hindered you?
Mentally, I think it did, because before coming home this year, I'm away for like 6 years between college and playing professionally. So I think mentally it gave me a reset,
Okay.
whereby I could be more stable mentally and, you know, kind of enjoy life a bit more versus being far away from our family, friends, and Belize.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
No, All-Star voting is started. I know because a friend of mine, Andrew Bynum Ortiz, I'm hoping gets there. I mean that's a St. Martin's that back a complex thing. Yes, that's my little and his game has actually stepped up quite a bit, playing internationally as well. Does this have any impact on when you're thinking of? Everybody wants to make the All-Star team. I would think as a player, it's a validation that your season has been a success, not only from statistics standpoint, but that the fans also appreciate you. Because there's a voting process where the fans, just like international games, are selecting your starters.
Correct.
Yeah.
these are two storied franchises. Just by brand, you're going to get your name out there more so than another team. Does this game have any implications on you saying, boy, well, one of the things, probably not the primary thing, but one of the motivations, I'm going to play out this, I'm going to show out this game so that my All-Star voting ballots, they go up a little, my numbers go up a little. Does that have any factor in from, not necessarily only from you, but from other players as well?
I think so. Honestly, I can only attest for me, but personally, it really and truly being an All-Star.
You missed 5 games, so you kind of need this game. It's like LeBron being out 18 games.
Yeah, but personally, I don't know, being an All-Star really don't have any kind of bearing. Being an All-Star really know, that's not really something top of my list. Honestly, if I may come down to it and I know somebody should I get one honorable mention out, I'm going to give up my spot because I feel like resting and being ready for the latter part of the season more important. But yeah, I mean, every game honestly boosts up your stats and boosts up your morale and the fans' eyes to make you could be an All-Star. But personally, not necessarily playing a major
role.
A major role.
Is there? Have you noticed as a player and probably as a promoter a shift in terms of fan appreciation and fan turnout?
Of course. Listen, what I like.
He's just don't give him anything.
Of course, what I like about what is happening with the fan, Facebook, social media has made it easier because what happens is that it's an ego thing, right? And fans like to come where other fans are, and so they like the bright lights of the city center, and that kind of gives us a boost also. And so what we do is that we create certain spaces for them to go, and they have access to the player. You could take a picture, you move around. We do live the game shows on TNC. We create that kind of activity so people, hey, you're getting a chance to go and show off your new hairstyle for the females, or whatever new kicks you got, exactly. And so that has actually have the fans, mobilize with us, and we work a lot with the high schools, and so as a result of that, we get a lot of young people, and they want to come, and that's the reason why the game has that kind of energy that it picks up when you walk in, and so yes, so the fan base has changed. You have that conservative crowd that will want to be there and just want to, look, because I'm there, I'm novelty. And then you have the masses that are like, we the Hurricane, you don't have better fun than me, and that makes it nice, and it creates a good, a good feel. Like, for example, the last commercial that we did that you keep referring to about, I want $5 Tiger Sharks, right now that have 22,000 views, on FB, so that is something that, we could look and say, wow, people actually coming out and support. And I could tell you that right now we have people where they contact us and they go like, I need the tickets, I need this, I need that, how we can get this. So tomorrow night is going to be huge, right? And we're not going to disappoint because these guys, they have been putting in the work, so they won't be disappointed. And like I said, we're just trying to match up everything with the crowd's expectation because this is sort of like the show into the next half of the season, and so these are just some of the things that we're doing.
And you've identified a special group for kids and high schoolers. What's in terms of entrance, because the fee is pretty affordable.
Yeah, we have actually tailor cut, especially for this game because we're going up against Tiger Sharks, so we like to hammer it home. We have $5 for high school kids.
Wow.
$10 for the general reserve. And for the reserve, we have $15. That's from rows 2 to 4. And the court side is $25. So you could go out there and be the Spike Lee. Yeah, or you could be the Jay-Z and the Beyonce of Belize, you know what I'm saying? Just go out there and do what you need to do. Profile. That's the day that you put on your nice thing, hope the box reach, and you go profile. For $25. You want to look hype, great for picture taking, so.
What time does the game start? It's on Friday?
Yes, it's on Friday. It's a couple hours away.
All right.
So it's on Friday night, gates open at 7, and the game actually starts at 9.
Yeah, and sorry, before we wrap up, we're running out of time. Let's talk about the serious side of, you look at 22,000 views.
Yeah.
You're looking at packing the auditorium, which can hold about 5,000 people.
Little enough.
Full capacity. Surely the sponsors coming out aboard are now getting more value for money.
Correct.
Could you talk to us about some of the sponsors and what it's meaning economically? Because that is where it is. The NBA is driven by endorsements, sneaker deals, and the like. can you talk to us about who are some of the sponsors here and just what it is in terms of the growth of the league?
I will always give kudos to the sponsors because you have people that have been believing in us from day one. You know, we got to look upon Smart. You know, Smart has always been there from Into Office days, right? From since we got involved 13 years ago, you know. And so VIP Wireless, Love FM Creme. We also have Wellworth, 13 Production. All the student ads on, so that 13 Production, big up Denver. You know, we have More FM, we have Angelus Press, we have Travelers, we have the Skunk Centers at the Vega, Truck Parts, we have Emir Hernandez, right? Williams Superstore. And we just got, and I save this one for last because, you know, it's a significant sponsor in Mirage. You know, Mirage have us representing Nike this year. You know that's huge. You know you're to do something when you're the scratch pan Nike door. You know, and so we are very excited about that. You know, so those are the sponsors, and it's a way of giving back because honestly there would be no Hurricanes without these sponsors.
And that's why you can have things like the half-court shot.
Exactly. Because without those, you know, people have nothing to look forward to. And I'm telling you, we're looking forward to getting the bigger gifts that we normally would have had, you know, but we can't be greedy because we have other basketball clubs that also need assistance, so we can't go rake everybody, you know, and then we leave nothing else for the others, you know what I'm saying? So
all right, and you also got your dancers.
Of course.
Who are going to close off the segment for us. Once again, the game takes place tomorrow. And I think you've said enough about what you expect to happen. Now the fans are expecting the same. Best of luck.
For sure, thank you.
All right.
I want to know more.
And we have the halftime show that's going to be done by the Novanti Sugar Canes. And they're going to be closing off this segment for us this morning. And after that, we'll take a break and we'll come back with our wrap-up.